Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad you could join us, Pam.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
Well, it's always more fun to have someone along to help notice and appreciate this beautiful world we live in.
Oh, of course.
So, one of the things that I told you we were going to talk about today and try to explore and share with our audience here is that we spend a lot of time learning the names of plants and animals and how to recognize those. But it's not so that we have a bunch of nickel knowledge and can go spouting off facts, but it's so that we can learn their story and feel a sense of connection and share those stories with others.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
That
the stories.
is the fun part, the stories. And of course, those stories sometimes reveal history, mystery, mythology, and my favorite, ecology. So we'll focus a little bit more on the ecological stories we can find in our woods here.
All
Does that sound
let's
good?
Go.
Okay. All right, Pam. It didn't take us long to find this cool plant.
Not at all.
This is actually one of my favorite trees. This is a little understory tree called spicebush. And I love it. And I know you love it.
I do.
And would you tell our viewers here why you love this plant?
I know that this is one of the host plants for the spicebush swallowtail butterfly, but it also has a wonderful smell.
It does, and you can see why it's called spicebush. So the name makes good sense. A lot of people don't realize that to really release those volatile oils which make the plant smell so good, you really do want to kind of crunch a leaf. I'm going to take one off here, and you're going to want to crunch it, right? Remember how we do this? So you don't want to be a wimpy sniffer. You want to go
Full sniffs.
Yeah, there you go. Little nose treat, right?
Yes. Smells like citrus. A little citrusy.
Yeah, I think so too. I love it. And of course, I love the fact that if you have spicebush, this is an indigenous tree, indigenous understory tree, and if you have it, you could possibly have those beautiful, as you said, the spicebush butterflies lay their eggs on there, because as you said, they need spicebush and sassafras are the only plants known to support the populations of those butterflies, and they're way cool, aren't they?
They are super cool.
Have you ever seen the caterpillars, Pam?
Just once, and it was curled up in the leaf, hiding out. So neat.
It is such a cool thing. So if you can identify sassafras or spicebush, you can look to find the little leaves. They'll be curled up like little packages. Open them up. And the coolest thing about these is that when they're very young, those caterpillars, what do they look like?
Bird droppings.
Bird droppings, that is right. And then they eat, and then they molt, and then they look like a bigger bird dropping, and they eat, and then they molt, and then they look like a little green dragon with big false eye spots.
So cute.
Sometimes they're kind of mustard colored, but they are so cute. So I love growing this plant because it is just a wonderful piece of our ecological stories here at Bernheim. So I love this tree, love finding it in our forest, and I'm hoping that people will start looking for this and maybe planting it as opposed to some of those, what shall we call them, aggressive, invasive species,
Yes.
exotic
Yeah, there you go.
species. There we go. So, all right.